Welcome back to Doing Time with Dan. Today we're outside for a great review. We're going to take a look at what the military calls an MRE. That's a meal ready to eat. Totally self-contained except for one thing, and that's water. You're going to need at least 16-20 ounces of water to prepare this thing. I recommend you carry 32 with you just in case there's some spillage or some other problem. Now this is a commercially available MRE. It's made by a company called XMRE Meals. You can check out their internet site if you're interested in more detailed information on their different menus and things of that nature. But we're going to have a look at menu number 4, which if you look on the back is chili with beans and all kinds of snacks. So let's look inside and check out an MRE. Now the first thing you'll notice is we did a little preparation here. It doesn't look like much, but we do have our 2 bottles of water, one of which is this one, which has a wide mouth. You want to make sure you have a wide mouth bottle with you, and we're going to show you why in just a few seconds. Also have another commercially available bottle of water, which will work in a pinch, but I like the wide mouth one. And we have this rock, which is going to be essential. It's a simple piece of equipment. Check it out in a second. Now your MRE is totally contained in this bag. The top peels open. I have this one open already to make it easy to show you the contents here. I'm going to take everything out at once, and you'll notice many packets here. Lots of plastic, and that's why you're going to keep this so that we can gather all our trash when we're finished. First thing you notice is your accessory pack contained here. You have a spoon, sugar, salt and pepper, a little napkin, a wet nap, some instant coffee, instant creamer, things of that nature. This is your entree, contained in a cardboard sleeve. As you can see, we're going to have some chili with beans. Keep that sleeve, you're going to need it as we do the heating process. There's the entree in its separate bag. Next thing we'll pick up here is the dry fruit mix. Very nice. This is your hot beverage bag. You can make hot or cold beverages in here. It will not survive fire, so you can put hot water in it, but of course you cannot put this over the fire, and of course experienced people never would. And this is your orange base powder drink that we're going to make, and that'll be real good. We'll mix that up in the bag, and that's why we need the wide mouth bottle. We also have crackers. We have peanut butter, always a favorite. This is our chocolate banana nut muffin top. And here comes the magic button. This is the heater bag. I'll show you how to use that in just a second because we're going to start heating up that entree. Alright, so we want to heat up our chili with beans so it's nice and warm and it'll be a great meal. To do that, we're going to use the heater bag. And there are instructions in here both graphically and in English. Sorry, it's only in English, not in Spanish or another language, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. And you'll notice it says rock or something. That's why we need our rock there. Alright, so it's really easy. You just tear the top off, and this pouch opens up. Hopefully you have one fingernail left after your hike or whatever you're up to. I recommend getting that bag open so that the entree will slip in there relatively easily. Still a little tricky here because you want the entree to sit on top of the heater element that is inside the bag. So we just put that in there, and if you'll notice, the heater element is the white part. You slide that in there, but you don't want it all the way down. So you have to give it just a little bit of tug and pull it up like that. And you'll notice these lines here. It says do not overfill. You only put the water in between those 2 lines. It's really only a couple ounces of water. So I'm going to take my small bottle here and very carefully pour the water in. Taking note that even there, you have plenty of water in there. And then let this slide down into the water so that chemical element in that heater portion will begin to work. And as soon as the water touches it, you can feel it getting warm in the back. In fact, it gets very, very warm. And you fold this part over top of the MRE, which is, of course, to the forward here. Okay, I like to let the water move around a little bit in there so we activate all those cells inside. And then slip it inside the sleeve just like that. That'll help insulate and contain the heat as it warms up. And when you feel this, you will notice that it gets very, very hot. So be careful. Alright, going to let that water distribute a little bit. Then we're just going to set that on the rock just like that. Now our entree's heating up, and we might as well make our beverage here, which is our orange flavored natural and artificial flavor with other natural flavors. So we're going to check that out. First step is I'm going to take our hot mix bag here. Of course, this is going to be a cold beverage, but this bag will survive hot water. And first thing you want to do is add water. Now, like I said, I like my large bottle here because we're going to pour this beverage back into the bottle. And nice and gently, we're going to pour the water in, just like that. Pretty simple operation here. But you'll notice this thing will not stand up on its own. So makes it very difficult to drink. Maybe some of you guys are clever out there. I'm not quite that good. You can seal it up and set it on the side and it won't leak, but it's very hard to drink from there. So we take our orange base powder, which probably would have tore it open earlier, but no worries. This is a pretty easy operation with 2 hands. If you're injured or only have 1 hand working, you're going to be in trouble. Just open that up like that. You can hold it right here so that the mouth is nice and wide. I don't pour all the orange in. I like maybe 3/4 of it. That's plenty strong, maybe just a little bit more for demonstration purposes. Keep that on the side with the rest of our trash, or maybe you want to use it later to mix up a beverage. And we'll seal this up nice and tight. Give it a couple folds, make sure it doesn't leak, and mix it up real good. It's kind of like a Tang flavored beverage, if you remember Tang from the old astronaut days, but mix it up real good. And like I said, this won't stand up on its own very easily, and that's going to be really hard to drink without spilling, making a mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up again and put it back in my bottle here. You want to be careful when you pour this, because if not, your bottle will fall over. So nice and slowly, we'll just pour that back in the bottle. And that's nice and secure. You can close it up, keep any insects or anything out of there, and you're ready to go. This is still warming up. We're going to check out the snack pack next. Now every one of these MREs comes with a couple of snacks. This one has crackers and peanut butter, and it also has that dry fruit mix. I like to save this dry fruit mix for maybe later on the trail or a snack at a different time, because usually these meals are pretty hearty. They fill you up pretty well. However, we do like the crackers, something crunchy to go with it. And it comes with peanut butter, which is a little bit of an odd combination, peanut butter with chili with beans, but I'm going to show you it all just for demonstration purposes. They do recommend that you knead this package, make sure it's mixed up good, and that is a good idea. Sometimes it does separate a little bit of oil out of there, but it is flavorful. It's kind of like any commercial brand you might find. The crackers are very similar as well. You just tear open the package, and no big surprise inside there. You got your regular crackers. I'm going to leave one inside so it stays tidy, and set that down. You always tear these open on the angle, on the long side, which is a little bit difficult, but that's good packaging. You can see that peanut butter in there, tasty and delicious. I'll just put a little bit out so you can see. Keep the rest of it contained for the second cracker. Inside your accessory packet, you'll find your spoon. That works good to if you want to spread it out a little bit and have a snack. Because our entree now, it's been about 10 minutes and it's plenty warm now. I'm going to let it go another 2. Just take a couple bites of this peanut butter. Well, our entree's been heating up for quite a while, so I put the accessory pack nearby. It does come with this napkin, which is kind of thin, but we'll just leave that there because we're going to need it for sure. And we're going to pull out our entree, and you'll notice that, yeah, it's plenty warm. I mean, that's definitely hot meal status. Inside, you want to be careful. Leave that heating element alone. Just keep that inside the bag because you don't want to eat that or any part of it. And you just slide out your entree. All right, which I'm just going to set down here for a second and close up the bag so that everything stays self-contained. And just slide that inside the sleeve nice and gently here so that our waste is minimized and all kept together. Now, the other recommended thing to do is to sort of knead this package a little bit. It is very hot to the touch. You just want to keep it right on the edge of your fingers because you can actually get burned from this if you're not careful. But that is definitely going to be a hot meal. So I like to knead it all around and make sure it's good. Then just squeeze it across the top like that so that it's away from where you're going to tear it open, so that all the food inside is down inside the pouch. And you do want to do this across the long way where the cut marks are. All right, now we're going to take it open. Just like that. And I don't know how well you can see that in there, but that sure looks like some good chili to me. And it will stand in that crack in the picnic table. In fact, I'll move the camera in for a closer look. Here's a closer look at our chili. Tasty and delicious. Part of our MRE menu number 4. You know, the real question everybody wants answered when it comes to these MREs is, how does it taste? Well, taste is subjective. Everybody has their own flavors and things they like, things they dislike. I compare it to commercially available canned food, prepared in a very similar manner. But I'm just going to take a little bit here and take a taste and give you the verdict on the chili. Yeah. So if you're in the middle of a disaster, an emergency, or, hurricane, that kind of thing, this meal will go a long way. Keep your morale up. It's flavorful. It's very nutritional. You just want to be careful of the salt content, and definitely do the job for 72 hours or as long as you need to go. All right, I'm going to enjoy this meal, and then I'm going to come back and we'll check out the other snacks, the dried fruit mix, and also the dessert, which is the banana nut muffin top. Okay, so we enjoyed our chili with beans, and I tell you, that was a great meal. There's about 270 calories in that entree, 260 actually. I'm reading the side of the package now. The entire meal together, if you eat everything, is approximately 1,300 calories. 2 of these would probably keep you alive for sure. If you eat 3, you better be busy doing some heavy-duty activities, because if not, you'll be gaining some weight. All right, let's take a look at our dessert item. This is the chocolate banana nut muffin top. These are actually quite good. I'm going to tear the package open wide so that you can see it. Normally I'd just slip that out, kind of like keep the cookie in the wrapper type of thing. It does come with one of these absorption things. Do not eat this, as you well know. We'll put that up with our regular trash. But there is our, oops, that broke. But that gives you a good view into the banana nut muffin top. These are super flavorful. I like these things. Great little snack. Great. And still for the trail, we have our dry fruit mix. Now, to give you a comparison, there's 300 calories in this bag, and there's only 260 in the chili with beans. So a lot of your calories are going to come from here. You might want to spread it out, keep your energy level up. But if you look inside here, there's a really nice mix of, we have, looks like pineapples and apricots, bananas, all kind of good stuff in there for your dry fruit mix. All right, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this meal, and we'll stop back to wrap up. In the interest of thoroughness, I'm going to empty out the accessory pack, some of which I didn't use. It's not really practical for today's demonstration. But you do have 2 packs of sugar, a wet nap, a fresh nap, moist towelette, whatever you want to call it. You have salt and pepper. You have deep, rich instant coffee. I have made this. It's kind of your instant coffee, Sanka type of deal, but give you some flavor. Like I said, if you're in the middle of a disaster, things like that really help morale. And some coffee mate. So those items are inside. All right, so there you have it, my review of the XMRE menu number 4. As you notice, all our trash is contained inside this bag, and we will take it out with us and dispose of it properly. I would say these are about a 4.5 on a 5 scale. They could use a few extra items, maybe some toilet paper, an extra wet nap, just a few little comfort items in there. The food itself is quite good. I mean, for shelf-stable food that's going to last you 4 or 5 years without any worries, if you store it in a cool, dark place like they always say, the taste is really good. Just like commercially available canned food, but without all the weight. So, and the convenience. You can stuff this in your bag as you're going hiking, or keep maybe 8 or 10 of these around for a 72-hour emergency, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for stopping by here at Doing Time with Dan. Stay tuned for great reviews and more information from my favorite island of Aruba.